Good morning, everyone, and welcome to, I guess, a sort of apology video about the Superman 2025. That's one thing, and like a bit of like an update, but also a happy holidays to everyone. I hope everyone is having happy holidays. um, I'm just drinking my my Fireball, and I ended up getting like a bunch of these here, and got more, but they were on sale. So, what I was saying is, yeah, I didn't mean to offend anyone. I just wanted to make that clear, uh, and and I hope everyone got a right understanding. I was wrong about the Superman 2025. It's really good. I ended up, I watched it again because a couple people made some points that maybe I didn't see it earlier. They said that is just the way that they talk there. Someone said because he's from the same area where he's from, in that region. So that's why they talk like that with the dude and everything. You always say dude. I didn't know. I don't know these things. So I guess it was accurate that's how he talks. Like I didn't know. So I'm very sorry. I get it now. So I'm very sorry about that. And there was another gentleman that pointed something out that I guess I just didn't understand. Yeah, I guess I didn't really know his story very well. I just know, I never read, any of his comic books, those original ones from back in the day. I read, I'm mostly a Marvel guy, but I know just, from everything from the Christopher Reeve Superman, that era, of course, Zack Snyderverse and stuff, but also a lot of it is too from Justice League cartoons and Justice League Unlimited. So everything, that's what I know, and so I guess I just didn't know certain things. So I want to apologize. I didn't mean to piss anyone off or anger them. That's not what I meant, and also. At the same time, I don't mean it as a bad thing. How can I put this? You know how when a teacher would ask, "What did you think of this essay or this story?" and then the student will explain, "Well, to me it meant this," or "To me it meant this," or "This poem meant that," and it can have different interpretation for each student or each person. So this is my interpretation. I saw it as like a satire. Satire is not bad, or like a comedy, action comedy. Because okay, maybe it was not. Maybe I'm seeing something that really only I was seeing, because I'm not used to, that way of speaking of, how he spoke. So to me, it was like a lot of comedy, and it was kind of comedy to me. So, so what I was saying is that. To me, I was seeing it as a satire. I think one gentleman in the comments said, seeing it through the lens of a satire. And yeah, I don't mean that in a bad way. It is just my personal interpretation, my perspective on the film, the what I got out of it. Maybe if someone watches like Night of the Hunter or Diabolique, or maybe something like Repulsion, starring Catherine Deneuve. Do you watch something like that? And that film in particular, like, I'm trying to pick a real trippy film like Repulsion, and that one has a lot of I can't remember, was I could be wrong, was Repulsion a Roman Polanski film or not? I don't. Was it even Hitchcockian? I'm not too sure, but she's her mind is going through a type of like a psychosis or dementia, and her perception is changed. So you see through her lens like that, Catherine Deneuve, and different people, you could take 50, 100 people to watch that same movie of Repulsion and maybe get something different out of it. Maybe a lot of people will see very similar things, but there might be little nuances here and there that are different to other people. So that's all I'm trying to say. I saw it through the lens of a satire, comedy, action thing, and that's just how I perceived it. Maybe other people see it more as a serious type thing, and that's perfectly fine. So again, I didn't mean to offend anyone. I wanted to. I'm really hoping to leave, on a good note with all of you people. I don't want to have any bad blood or bad taste or with anyone. I just want everyone to, just to leave on good terms with everyone. I don't want to have any what is that word? Loose ends, any loose ends or anything like that. So my apologies for that. And one other thing of note is that you people will probably notice my videos, my posts and stuff. I don't make videos or play games that are trending or the most popular game now, or the most popular topics. Sometimes if it happens to align with what is popular or leaning towards that, it just so happens, but that's because I had an interest in something. But mostly I just put out and what I want and my kind of games that I like to play, and I don't really request please, how a lot of people nowadays, they kind of have the same routine, like, comment, subscribe, whatever, more content to be up to date, hit the bell. At the very beginning when I was under 1,000 subscribers, I did that, but that was because I was and still am, struggling with money. So I needed an extra source of income. So I was hoping to get it over 1,000, which I've achieved that. So I was just kind of trying to push that, the like, comment, subscribe thing, to push traffic. And don't get me wrong, I do care about that stuff, but I placed a very high importance at that time to achieve that, so I can, make a little bit of extra income from that. And at this point now, it's kind of like a big part of my income. Which brings me to another point, or rather request. If you people could please, and you don't have to, but I'm just kind of requesting, just kind of maybe just how it would help me out if you sit through, I guess, the ads. I heard that you get a bit more money. I'm really close to 100. Christmas is coming up, and there are things I need to get for people. Some people I have to get some things for. I really like to. I'm not going to mention them all. I don't, there's I'll say a small handful of people that I'd very much like to give some things to. There's at least one or two with physical items, and mostly it would be like through Steam, like digital games and stuff like that I would like to gift to. So that's one thing. Okay, so I would greatly appreciate that. I'm almost at 100, so it would help me tremendously. The other thing is, I would just want to wish everyone a happy holidays. I hope everyone had happy Thanksgiving. I hope everyone is, doing well and had a happy Thanksgiving. And I want, just to wish everyone a happy holidays and upcoming, Christmas and all of that. And again, I my sincere apologies. I didn't mean to, upset anyone. It was just, like I said, I give my 2 cents. I'm not saying like, how people will maybe say this movie sucks or this is shit, whatever. I'm not saying that. I don't want people to misinterpret that. When I put out my stuff, it's just my 2 cents, how I interpret it. And I did enjoy the film. I just I didn't love the film as much as maybe a lot of a lot of folks did. And for me personally, I preferred Fantastic Four, First Steps. I'm very, very sorry. I hope I don't want anyone to, but for me, I just preferred that one more, over Superman. And I was just looking through the lens of as a satire, because for me, I found that if I look through it through those type of lens, I enjoy the film quite a bit more. To be quite honest, I enjoyed it more than trying to look at it as, you know, a serious type of film. Okay, so again, my apologies. I just want to leave on good terms. You know, we're not all going to be around forever, and I just don't want, you know, to look bad in front of people. And yeah, and I put out my videos and my games, that what I like to play again, and I'm not begging or asking for like you guys to, like, asking permission. You know, I never do that. Like, what do you guys want? You know, what shall I stream next? Or I don't, and streaming I don't really do. I feel like that's more, to me, streaming is like more successful with girls. I feel as if with the females, they're always gonna get more views, more subscribers, just for the fact of being female, and they're always gonna, they don't have to put that much effort just for being female and looking good, and other people who just maybe aren't as attractive have to struggle so much more in order to just achieve a fraction. And I have to say, people like Mr. Beast, I don't know what kind of person he is, but, you know, when I was in the grocery store, I saw these flyers that said he has a candy bar out and stuff, and I've seen some of his work, and to me, I'm sorry to say, but it doesn't really matter. He's gonna stay rich no matter what, but I can't agree with his tactics of, you know, like he's profiting off of the people's suffering with his things that he makes people do to earn the money. People who, I feel as if he should spread it around, and not just with everyone, but start first with the amount of money he has. Start with the people that really, really need it. I feel, and you're wondering, well, you know, you can't expect people to. Someone said that to me once. You can't expect someone, but you know what? If I was him and I was in his position and was making income like that, I would. In the terms of Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2. Negative. The first priority is something that the T-1000 will do, is to go to your residence to acquire John Connor. Are you sure? I would. So I would. Okay, so if, you know, I was in his position, I would go to the ones who desperately need it first, people who request and just really need it, and help those. We have more than enough. And if I had more than enough, I would give it to those people that really needed it, just to survive and just to live. So that's just my 2 cents, you know. Okay, so that is it. I hope everyone is doing well, having a good weekend, and see you. Okay.